I'm Danny Gurry, and you've tuned in to Good Morning Frederick. It's a podcast, well, about Frederick. Everything, the people, the businesses, the nonprofits, and the cool stuff. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Good Morning Frederick.
Hi, I'm Abby from Goldfish Swim School in Frederick, and you're watching Good Morning Frederick.
Oh, good morning, Frederick. Look at this. We're on Independence Eve. I love it, love it, love it. Want to say good morning to Mama Cone. I can always count on her to be here every single day, along with you as well. Thank you so much. If you want to drop a comment, I'd love to shout you out or just know that you're here. I appreciate you very, very much. Happy Independence Eve, as I said. Today is Thursday, July 3rd. I'm your host, Danny Gurry. All right, on the show today, we've got Morning Roundup, hopefully with Bob Miller and Chris Michaels from WFMD. We've got happening in Frederick. We're just going to go over really what's happening tomorrow in Baker Park and over the weekend, because we got First Saturday coming up this week as well. And we've got some fun stuff happening at the home of everything Frederick. I've got Kirk from the Bill of Rights Institute to talk about some resources that are available for you for free. And Deb Gartner from J&B Real Estate is talking bricks for bravery and some general real estate information as well. And then, of course, I got your secret stash video clue for today. I want to remind you, there will be a Good Morning Frederick tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. I have some great interviews that I've done over the past month that I haven't been able to get on the show. We're going to run those. Oh, let me take off Mama Cone's thing there. We do love having her on the screen at all times. But anyway, we will have a show tomorrow because I have a secret stash tomorrow. So we got to have a show for that. All Good Morning Frederick merch purchased in July will benefit the Urbana Hawks, their booster club, raising money for some much needed equipment. So please get into the Good Morning Frederick shop today through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. and support local. Not only Good Morning Frederick merch, but all the local artisans that have their wares in the shop. All right, let's go ahead and officially start this Thursday feeling like Friday. Good Morning Frederick is sponsored by Mid-Atlantic Chiropractic. They understand how pain can hold you back. You can save $400 on your first visit and be on the road to feeling better for just $50. Just mention Good Morning Frederick when you call to book your appointment. Mid-Atlantic Chiropractic, dedicated to helping you achieve your wellness objectives. Thank you so much to them. Really appreciate it. And, let's see what is happening. I don't see, but typically I rush through because they're waiting in the studio and they are not here yet. So there is something, I've got to grab it when we're chatting about it. But I did have a great anniversary dinner last night. We ended up going to Dutch's Dungeon. I forget about the dungeon, to be honest. And, I like it because it's just a little bit more casual. Ash also, did write with a, gift of jewelry. He's never bought jewelry for me, but, he did very well there. So I want to thank him for that. Oh, there we go. We got Chris Michaels jumping in. Bob might still be having some issues, so let's get started with our morning roundup. Morning Roundup is sponsored by Auto Trim Design of Mid-Maryland. Window tinting, paint protection film, ceramic coating, vinyl wraps like on the Good Morning Frederick car. Also, customized leather upholstered car seats. They can take care of all your aftermarket enhancements. Auto Trim Design of Mid-Maryland, accessories for any lifestyle. Find them on Urbana Pike or at autotrim-md.com. Well, good morning.
I will have you know, Chris Michaels has issues as soon as he gets out of bed in the morning, and the same issues continue when he goes to bed at night. Thank you very much. Good morning.
I'm not sure we want to talk about those issues. They sound a little personal.
Well, we'll keep those issues between me and the issues. No, yes. Good morning, Danny. Happy 4th of July Eve.
Happy 4th of July Eve. Getting ready for a big day tomorrow.
Yeah, listen, I was talking with Tom Whalen, who's on our sister station, Free Country 99.9, and he said he's been doing this now 30 years. He's partying in the parks, and obviously 30 years ago, I'm sure it wasn't as big as it is now, but it gets bigger and bigger every single year. And to be a part of it, man, is pretty amazing. It's pretty fun. And this will be your first one that's with us, right? I believe.
This will be the first official one where I am, yes, with the station from start to finish.
There he is.
Hey, good morning.
I don't know why I can't hear anybody, but
We
thumbs
can
up
hear
if you can
you.
hear me.
We can hear you.
I can't hear you guys at all, so I don't know why. Maybe it's my headphones.
See, now Bob Miller's having his issues.
Nope,
Did you
not my
think
headphones.
we'd actually have an
maybe. Hang on a
issue?
second here. Let me do this.
Bob Miller has had a week. He's
see if
had
that
a week, and
Yeah, it's not my week for technology.
Oh, he hears now.
I do hear now.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
yep. It was an
thank
ebb.
God we weren't saying anything mean. There you go.
It was an ebb sack, an error between the seat and the keyboard. So my fault.
You got to plug the headphones in.
No, they were in, but I had everything muted on my laptop because everything would have come through the air. So
There we go.
How are you? Happy July 3rd. Happy Redneck Day.
Happy Redneck Day. This is Redneck Day today?
It is National Redneck Day.
Wow, I didn't realize there was a national holiday for that.
That's why I'm wearing my red shirt
here in Fredneck.
Right,
Wearing
Fredneck.
my red shirt. There you go.
Love it.
Yep. So
yeah, it's not a slander anymore. We were talking about that on air. Actually, to be a redneck, man, you got to be a badass, man. You got to be tough. You know, do things that most people couldn't do or wouldn't do or don't want to do. So, you know, it's cool to be a redneck.
I didn't realize those were the qualifications. Pretty cool.
Well, there you go. See?
I would say that most rednecks are the salt of the earth type people.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They'll give you the shirt off their back. It might be holy, it might be dirty, it might be greasy, but they'll give it to you.
Most likely flannel or some sort of
T-shirt with a beer can on it or a rock band or something. I'm good with all that.
Yeah, same.
Some would consider me a redneck because I'm all those qualities right there. I'll give you the shirt off my back. Heck, I'll give you the sleeve off of my arms if you want. You know, I am a redneck.
Any chance he gets.
Right?
What are you talking about? What do you mean?
My wife says I can hear your eyes rolling on the radio. Here, you can actually see them rolling when he does that.
You don't have glass eyes, do you? Because that's the only way you can hear somebody's eyes rolling if you're like Sammy Davis Jr. and you have glass eyes. What do you mean? Any chance I get to give the shirt off my back to somebody? Absolutely. I'm that type of guy. I am. So yes. Anyway, so yes, 4th of July. We're looking forward to that tomorrow. It's going to be fun. This is the only time you get to see all of us together. Me, Bob, Frank Mitchell, and Tim May will be together. Hopefully, Danny, you're going to be busy. I know that, but hopefully you'll stop by too.
I'm going to come over. I've got people to watch my booth, and I'm going to be running around and helping out any way I can.
And
so Mama,
first response.
So Mama Cone.
Mama Cone's going to be there. I got a fan for Mama Cone, so she can hopefully stay cool-ish. And yes, we will get her hooked up.
And Mama Cone, I hope you're going to come visit me over the WFMD tent because I haven't had a hug in a while from Mama Cone. I've been lacking some hugs from Mama Cone, so hopefully I'll get my hug tomorrow
She
morning.
will, I'm sure. I'll recommend she come early in the day, maybe with the capacity of sweat that you may have the opportunity
Yeah.
to. I think last year when I came over, you looked like you had jumped into Color Lake. So
Yeah, well, last year was really rough because last year Bob, Bob was still down in Florida, and Frank was board hopping, and Tim was there for like 5 minutes, and I was going back and forth between trying to do our air breaks because last year was the first year we were actually live on air, doing air breaks, watch the 10, and then trying to go onto the big stage to announce our hometown hero. So this year it'll be a lot better. A lot easier, that's for sure. So.
I would bring another shirt.
Yeah.
Bring a change of clothes.
Oh, Mama Cone says, I don't know how you can be a redneck from New York.
Amen, Mama Cone.
Very simple.
New York City. Upstate New York, you can be.
The South Yonkers. Yes, we are. Yonkers are known for being rednecks. Mm-hmm. We're not Manhattan. We're not the Bronx. We're not Queens. We're not Brooklyn. So
she's questioning your redneck ability, which means you're going to have to just go and prove to her and the rest of us that you truly are a redneck. So,
can you skin a buck? Can you run a trout line? That's the question.
Can I run it? What is that? Some kind of marathon running a trout line? Because I'm not really a runner.
Mm-hmm.
If that's what you're referring to.
Yeah, I had a friend in New York City. Never called me by my name, just Hillbilly.
Hillbilly. I love it.
Country boy can survive.
Yeah, I'll say this, Chris. You definitely do not wear enough camo to be considered a redneck.
Well,
maybe we ought to get the camo for your head. We'll just paint it.
And block this beautiful head of mine. Why would you want to do that? Look, listen. I think maybe for Christmas Cash for Kids, we should do a whole Chris Michaels makeover. We'll do a flannel shirt. We'll do some those Wrangler jeans. Some of those nice Wrangler jeans. I think my posterior would look nice in Wrangler jeans. I think I would look good.
I love it.
What are you shaking your
head
for?
Love it.
Hey, in sports today,
I didn't do my news yet, Bob.
I know.
I got news to do.
I'm just trying to get away from you early.
Segue. He's just pushing you along. It's like when you say anyway in a conversation. Well, same thing.
It's only what? It's only 9:13. We still have until what? 9:45. We get off. All right. I'll get to news here. Let me pull it back up. All right. So legislation passed by the 2025 Maryland General Assembly to set up a work group to study universal newborn home visits. Took effect on July 1st. It was sponsored by Frederick County State Senator Karen Lewis Young. She says the county had a similar program during COVID-19 pandemic, a very successful program. It was called Family Connects that was funded by federal money during COVID with ARPA, American Rescue Plan Act funding. The funding runs out at the end of this year, she says. And the Maryland Star of Life Executive Directors Award was presented recently to the Frederick Health Hospital. Officials from the Maryland Institute for Emergency Medical Service Systems came to the hospital on Wednesday, June 25th, to present this honor. It recognizes the efforts of the hospital to reduce turnaround time for local EMS personnel. See that? I read quickly and I made a mistake reading. That's why I gotta keep it slow. All right. Real quickly, getting into weather. It's going to be a beautiful day today. I felt rushed. I felt like I had to read it real quickly, and I was making mistakes and mispronouncing words, and normally I don't do things like that. It makes me look bad as a news journalist. Getting into today's weather, beautiful day. It's going to be a high of 90 today, mostly clear skies, and currently 82 out there. Tomorrow, just as beautiful. It's going to be around 86. No rain in sight for tomorrow for 4th of July at Baker Park, where we give our first responders the awards they rightfully deserve. So looking forward to that tomorrow. Bob Miller with sports.
All right. Can you hear me? I just want to make sure you can hear me. Somebody tell me they can hear me.
I can hear you.
Okay, I just checking because I have my other screen open. Nathaniel Lowe hit the go-ahead triple with bases loaded in the 8th inning, finished with 4 RBIs. The Nationals rallied to beat the Tigers last night 9-4. In a doubleheader split, they lost the makeup game that they had 11-2. Josh Bell had 3 RBIs for Washington, which won at home for only the second time in 11 games since June 7th. The Marcus Semien, Corey Seager homered. Nathan Eovaldi pitched 5 strong innings for his second start since missing a month with elbow issues. The Texas Rangers beat the Orioles by a score of 6-0. Frederick Keys fell 1 out short of a victory Wednesday night against the West Virginia Black Bears, surrendering an RBI single to Tyler Patteroni that gave West Virginia the tiebreaker in a 2-game series sweep. Diego Luna scored twice in the first 15 minutes. The United States hung on to beat Guatemala 2-1 Wednesday night to reach its first CONCACAF Gold Cup final since 2021.
Well, this is an interesting in sports, Bob, and I know it was probably earlier in the week when we didn't have it. The Flying Cows released head coach Ed Corporal.
Yes,
which is unbelievable to me. The guy took an inaugural team to the championship this year and the first round last year. I know a lot of people I've been seeing on social media are commenting about it. And I believe a couple players might not be returning that, were pretty central to that team. So it'll be interesting to see what they do next year to fill that spot.
So the question is, and my very first reaction to it was, it's all about money. That either he wanted more or the Flying Cows have not made enough and they got to cut corners where they can. I'm not exactly sure. But when you have a coach that has been that successful, why you let him go? Other than the fact that he's like, I want to renegotiate my contract.
Yeah.
What do you think?
His team played hard. His team played hard for him. Again, like you said, winning seasons with an inaugural team, that's not easy to do. His players loved him. That caught me by surprise, too. I was a little disappointed in that, I got to be honest. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
So,
well, very interesting.
Well, what would be the irony or the the big slap in the face would be he goes to another team and takes them to the championship game and beats the Frederick Flying Cows, which I don't want that to happen. I want the home team to win, but you kind of have to scratch your head on that one.
Yep.
If the Cows can make the playoffs without him, that's the question. I mean, the players are leaving.
I mean, he's not only just did he do that with the team, the Flying Cows, but he's the winningest coach in the TBL. So anyway, really interesting local news there. I have been conversing with Coach Ed via text yesterday to let me know he really wants to stay around Frederick. We've been talking about maybe trying to put together some camps with Tavares Sledge and Charlie Buckets Marcourt. He wants to do that, and I'm trying to see if there's any opportunities. So if you guys know of any opportunities for Coach, but I thought it'd be a really good fundraiser for Christmas Cash for Kids to maybe do a camp with Coach Ed and, maybe later this year.
That would be
what we should do. Let me tell you something. I'm full of genius ideas. For Christmas Cash for Kids, me, Tavares Sledge, one-on-one in a basketball game, okay?
That would be like the Globetrotters taking on like a kindergarten class, I think.
And you put your money on Chris Michaels, all right? Chris Michaels, I'm calling it right now.
We want the charity to make money.
Tavares Sledge will be on a poster. Because Chris Michaels won slam jam dunk.
I would love to see Chris
over
Michaels.
Tavares Sledge.
The only thing I would put money on is that how soon he would need his inhaler.
Listen, I got that all set, Bob. I'll make sure I have an oxygen tank pinned to me in my nose when I play Tavares Sledge one-on-one. Tavares Sledge, I'm calling you out for charity. Chris Michaels of WFMD, Tavares Sledge, one-on-one.
We'll get that. We're going to get that going. Maybe we ought to do it with the little Tykes basketball hoop. And,
there you go.
Chance there.
Or some kind of an NBA game on the Wii or something.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, an electronic version.
Yeah.
we'll do to 10 points by ones. I will give Tavares Sledge 5 points.
All
5
right,
points
we're gonna,
ahead.
Man,
I'm
you
gonna
know
put
what?
something together. I'm gonna
It's-
put an event together as a fundraiser for Christmas Cash for Kids. We're gonna come up with something fun. And but really, truly, if anyone out there does know of any gigs for Ed Corporal, he's an amazing man. He wants to stay
Great
in
guy.
Frederick. He loves our area, and we'd love to keep him around for a long time. Other than coaching, I'm not sure exactly what he could do, but I'm sure he would be.
Think maybe he can do the other part of the Morning News Express with Bob
I
Miller.
knew that was coming. I
know?
knew that was coming.
That would be utterly exciting.
That would- I mean,
I see what you did there. I like it.
You could call the show Bed, Bob and Ed. Bed. There you go.
There you
Bed.
go.
Get it? Bob and Ed.
Well, Chris, we love the fact that your body's trying to your ego's trying to cash checks that your body can't cash.
Hey, listen, you know what? You've never seen me ball before. You know, I got
I have.
something
I have. I saw you on payday. I've seen you on payday.
So Tavares Sledge.
Oh,
Sledge,
boy.
if you're watching my friend for Christmas Cash for Kids, I challenge you to a game of basketball. Great guy though. I love
We're gonna do something fun. I've just written some notes. We're gonna have a fundraiser with Coach Ed. It's gonna be great.
Do you
All
remember
right.
the kid who played basketball for North Carolina State up in Goretti High School named Rodney Monroe?
I don't.
Okay. Well, he was a local kid who went to North Carolina State, played for North Carolina State Wolfpack. I played against him at a Boys and Girls Club when I worked at a station in Hagerstown. And, I mean, they put the fat white guy, excuse me, but that's what it was. It's still, I mean, not as fat as I am today, against this kid who was going to the University of North Carolina State Wolfpack on a full ride scholarship.
That
Right?
would have been fun to watch.
It was. He got so mad because every time he would go up for a shot, I'd push him. And he's like yelling at me. He goes, "What are you doing, man?" And I'm like, "You think I can stop you? This is the only
chance
way.
I got.
Only chance I got." And he goes,
Only chance I got.
and then he made sense. He goes, "If I get hurt, I don't get to go to college." And I'm like,
yeah.
"Okay,
Sure.
I got you now. I got you. So you can just go ahead and rain the threes over the radio DJ."
I love it. We're gonna come
So
up
listen,
with something fun though. It's gonna be great.
Real quickly, Danny, you tell Tavares that the FBI, the full baller Italian, is challenging. What? You didn't like that? That was good. Just
That
thought
was
about
good.
that.
I liked it. It was like,
Thank you
I
very
liked
much.
it. Yeah.
You know, the 6 foot FBI is challenging the 6'8" basketball player.
Oh, you said full. I thought you said fat balding Italian.
That's very good. That's very good. Well, if you want to see this live and in person, you got to head to Baker Park tomorrow. We'll be down there by Color Lake. Come on out. It's going to be a great afternoon celebrating our wonderful town of Frederick with some tons of fun, lots of food, and lots of activities all day long. So we hope to see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
So sometimes I gotta say, sometimes you just gotta tip the cap and say that was a good one, Bob Miller.
That was pretty good. Yes.
If you want more of this, I'll be at Baker Park from 12 to 12:20 tomorrow.
12:25, Bob Miller.
That's right. I'm sorry.
That's what you.
That's
what you promised me.
Yeah.
All right, Danny.
All right.
We will see you tomorrow.
Guys.
And Tavares Sledge, we love you, buddy. He's a great guy, wonderful human being. So thank you for what you do for the cows.
Happy birthday, America.
Happy birthday, America. I'll see you guys later. Oh, boy. That's hilarious. All right. Oh, boy. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back with what's happening in Frederick. We've got Kirk from the Bill of Rights Institute about some free resources available to you and your family. And Deb Gartner from J&B Real Estate has a program called Bricks for Bravery we want to talk about. And finally, your secret stash video clue for today, July 3rd. All of that comes up just after this.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves. Double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Real estate guy.
go to Alaska? Well, that's me. And I'm putting together a trip June 9th through June 20th of 2026. I would love for you to join me working together with Antietam World Travel Service to put together an amazing itinerary featuring both land and sea. We're going to see all the great stuff you see when you go to Alaska. I promise it's going to be a lot of fun. Go to bit.ly/Alaska2 for more information.
At Mid-Atlantic Chiropractic, we understand how pain can hold you back. We're here to understand what you're going through. For a limited time, you can schedule your first visit for just $50. Give us a call and mention Good Morning Frederick, and let's get you feeling better.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
Okay, it is time to go over what is happening in Frederick. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Taco Bar in Frederick and Taquito in Hagerstown. 3 amazing locations. Oh, of course, we got Taco Bar in Gaithersburg as well. So Taco Bar, Frederick and Gaithersburg, Taquito in Hagerstown. 3 great locations, all with amazing, authentic Mexican food served to your liking. Because at Frederick and Hagerstown, you get your taco, you're able to put whatever toppings you want on it at the taco bar. In Hagerstown, with the drive-through option, you just let them know what kind of toppings you want for your tacos. I got the steak street tacos the last time I was up there. Amazing, amazing, and so convenient just to drive through, get your food, and head on out. TacoBar1.com or Taquito by TacoBar.com. All right. Souls of Joy, you might have started to see people posting that they are a collection site or that they've gotten their tickets. You can too. Get your tickets right now on Eventbrite for August 8th, 6 to 9 p.m. We are at the Arc at Market Street with live music from the Learned Doctors, heavy hors d'oeuvres, desserts, and beer, wine, and seltzers all included. Everyone is invited. Typically, in years past, this was a ladies-only event or strongly advised ladies event. We are opening this event to everyone. It is a party. It is a party to celebrate fundraising and collecting new shoes for our Frederick County students who need them. There are thousands of kids who will be starting school without new clothing or new shoes, and we would like to at least take part of that off of the parents' plate. So we are collecting new shoes for kids, kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade. So this is pretty much buying any shoe size. So find the sales, pick up the shoes, watch out for the list of those collecting, including, of course, the Home of Everything Frederick, the Orioles Nest, Family Heritage Trust, and Village Crossing in Warman's Mill, just some of them people collecting right now, okay? Can't do it without your help. If you can't purchase some shoes, maybe just drop me $5, $10, $20 in Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, or Zelle. If you want to make a bigger donation and want it tax deductible, you can do that. You can write a check to Key City Rotary. I'll come pick it up, and they will actually give me the funds so that I can shop on your behalf. Trust me, I'm going to make every dollar stretch as far as it possibly can. Souls of Joy coming to Frederick, August 8th. All right. There is, I'm really going to focus on today through Sunday because there's a lot happening, but Alive at 5 at Carroll Creek tonight with Honest Lee Soul. That is from 5 to 8 p.m., and it is the best happy hour on Carroll Creek. I can imagine tonight might be pretty packed because everyone, except for those of us in radio and having vendor booths, is off tomorrow. All right, July 4th. Baker Park is the place to be for Celebrate Frederick's 4th of July celebration. But where you're going to want to go is Party in the Park. Party in the Park happens down near Color Lake. It is that side of Baker Park. We've got live music all day long. Hannah Ponce, the Brown Brothers. I'm trying to look and see. Shotgun. Oh, God. Shotgun Whitney. I don't know who that is. Wait. Whoops. Let me go back. I know. I should know all 4 bands, but I don't. So, anyway, 4 live bands playing starting at 1 p.m. And then in between every one of our live bands, Chris Michaels will be presenting one of our first responders with an award, which is pretty cool. We've got Sheriff's Deputy of the Year, Frederick Policeman of the Year, and Fire and Rescue Person of the Year throughout the day. So you're going to want to just come set up your camp. Come set up at Party in the Park, get your blanket, hold your space. Although, if you do have free zone passes, you don't have to worry about doing that for front of the stage, okay? You've got your reserved space already taken care of. Now, what a lot of people do is they kind of set up their space in the shade, and they got their free zone pass, and when the bands are playing, they go right up front, and they go in, and they stand and dance and enjoy that all day long. You can do that, too. And so there's a lot of great stuff going on all day long. We've got the Mechanical Bull, sponsored by Good Morning Frederick and Shannon Flannery, the real estate goddess of Maurer Realty. And we have some shirts that we're giving away. We've got a lot of swag. You can win some as well. We're going to have information about that tomorrow. We'll be out there from noon until the fireworks. All right. So you don't have to worry about that. We're going to be out there all evening. I've got some glow in the dark stuff for you to celebrate the 4th. It is going to be really fun. Then July 5th, we're not slowing down. It's first Saturday in downtown Frederick. Apparently, it's golf is the theme. We're going to be doing some free golf ball decorating, and we are supposed to have some goat cuddles happening tomorrow, Saturday, at the shop as well. So you're going to want to come on out. We have a pop-up vendor who will be out there. I believe Twisted Ivy is going to be out there Saturday, Sunday. It's going to be a great time, okay? And then on Sunday, we have the pop-up vendor event at the home of everything Frederick. And we have the summer concert series at Baker Park at the Band Shell with U.S. Air Force Full Spectrum, which is a pop rock band. I might just need that just to chill out. It starts at 7 o'clock, goes to 8:30. Really fun Sunday evening at Baker Park. Now, coming Monday through Thursday, we have the baseball and softball clinic at Braddock Heights Park, which is right in Frederick on Schley Avenue. All right, it's for 6 to 12-year-olds, and it is a great clinic to hone your skills or learn the game, okay? All experiences are welcome to this clinic. You can text Rick Wilson at 240-422-6835 or look up Frederick American Little League. Please share it if you've got kids or grandkids, or you know of some families who have kids in that age range. It is really a fun time and a great way to keep the kids entertained for most of the week next week from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And it is a fundraiser for the Frederick American nonprofit Little League. And so you can check that out. Let's see. And just coming up as well next week, want to let you know, of course, Summerfest Family Theater is happening at Baker Park at 10 to 10:45 a.m. That is not on today, but it will happen next Thursday. Starlight Family Film Festival is at Monsters, Inc. at Urbana Public Library. July 12th is the Rubber Duck Derby Festival, which is happening in Union Bridge. And that second week of that baseball and softball clinic is happening July 14th to 17th. If you have an event you want included on the calendar, all you have to do is email it to me, everythingfredericklive@gmail.com. Or if you want me to talk about your event, I can do that as well. It's just $25 for 5 days, $40 for 10 days. Oh, good morning. Let's see. Oh, who's joining us? We got Alexis. Good morning. I'm sorry you've been missing us. I know people who work sometimes they miss the show. Of course, you can catch it anytime on YouTube. There's our own resident artist of Frederick, Ron Lehman. I'm telling you, he just posted on his social media the new Welcome to Frederick mural that will soon be painted, kind of as you come into where Eveready Square is. And good morning to Tara Flannery. Happy 4th Eve to you. I saw your text. I will get back to you as soon as I have a chance. All right, we want to talk about who is doing good in our neighborhood. Doing Good in the Neighborhood is sponsored by Intense Barbecue, family-owned barbecue food truck and catering company. They cook in small batches to ensure food is so fresh when you get it, you will fall in love with it. I'm telling you. You can find them at intensebarbecue.com, and when you have their food, you'll satisfy your meat tooth. Not sure where they're going to be 4th of July, but you can check their social media. They post each week typically in either Everything Food Trucks, Frederick, I believe, or their Intense Barbecue page. You can check them out as well. All right. This institute is not only doing good for Frederick, but the country. It is called the Bill of Rights Institute, and I got to chat with Kirk. I didn't even know this existed. One thing about Good Morning Frederick is not only do I get to learn a lot of great things about our history, especially in and around Frederick County, but I also get to introduce you to a lot of great things about history in a fun way. And I've got Kirk Higgins from the Bill of Rights Institute. Thank you for joining us on Good Morning Frederick.
Thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
So I didn't even know Bill of Rights Institute was a thing. So maybe a little bit about this organization and your mission for people who might be interested.
Sure. We're a national educational organization that does history and civics education. So we provide free classroom resources and professional development to teachers across the country. And we've been doing that since 1999, which is pretty incredible.
That's awesome. So if there are, even if people are like doing homeschool co-ops or local teachers who might want some resources for their classroom, and I know, the school systems kind of control a lot of that, but if you are at an independent school, maybe even a childcare facility, you guys have materials for what age groups?
Right. So we have from really K to 12, but mostly from 3rd grade up through 12th grade.
Okay.
They're all free resources, all available online at our website, billofrightsinstitute.org. And yeah, we're just excited to equip teachers and students to live the ideals of a free society. That's our whole mission and focus.
I love it. Okay. Now tell me a little bit about yourself. So how long have you been at the Bill of Rights Institute, and what is your background?
So I'm a historian, and so I've taken way too many history classes, and I've been at the Bill of Rights Institute for 11 years now, which is pretty incredible. So I've had the opportunity to work on a bunch of different projects, including our new government textbook that we just released this year.
Oh, that is phenomenal. Well, I'm sure your parents are proud that you're using that history, all of that historical knowledge. Look, I think it's amazing. I think knowing our history is so important. What do they say? If you don't, you're doomed to repeat it. And I think it's kind of one of those things that we know is there, and unless we're maybe going to the museums or hitting the battlegrounds around Frederick County or beyond, we kind of forget about it. So everyone who wants to can come on to the Bill of Rights Institute website, and can they get information there as well?
Yeah, they can find out about us. They can get lesson plans and material they can take straight to their classroom. And then we also have a YouTube channel too. that you can access our content, find out stories, even stories about the Declaration of Independence, which is coming up.
Well, I love that. And of course, we've got our country's independence coming up this week on Friday, the eve of the big one, of course, our 250th, which will be next year. Tell me a little bit about, or maybe if there's something we don't commonly think about with our Independence Day, or maybe some a little bit tidbit of trivia for people who might be interested.
Sure. Yeah. So we're coming up on Independence Day, but of course, Independence Day came after nearly a decade of debate and conversation over British rule in the colonies, starting all the way back after 1763, the conclusion of the French and Indian War. And even this year, so next year is the 250th anniversary, but this year is 250 years since 1775, when things were taking place. So famously, the Olive Branch Petition, sort of our last outreach to the King, George III, in hopes of coming to some kind of reconciliation between Great Britain and the colonies, happened. So that was 250 years ago. And it all leads up to this big moment in July of 1776 when the Continental Congress, Second Continental Congress, finally votes to actually break with Great Britain and declare independence for the United States.
Yeah, pretty incredible when you think about it. There were no quick decisions as far as this was concerned. I think we kind of did like parents do with their kids. I'm going to count to 3 about 7 times. And then we decided, okay, well, it might be best for us to move on our own. And then there was obviously a lot of time between that and then forming our own real independence. So it's really incredible what these founding fathers did for our country. If someone wanted to kind of get a little quick refresher, what do you recommend somebody might look into, maybe read, or any videos that they should watch just to kind of get that refresher?
Sure. Well, first and foremost, I would read the Declaration of Independence, it's a wonderful thing to do. It's a beautiful document, beautifully written by Thomas Jefferson with the help of others, including Benjamin Franklin and John Adams. But if you're looking for a quick read, maybe for the beach, David McCullough's 1776 is an excellent book. Takes you through that dramatic year, everything that was happening, both with the Declaration itself, but also going on with the Army, with Washington leading the Army outside of Boston and up into New York State, and then all the way up through the end of the year with the crossing of the Delaware, which also happened in 1776.
All right. And who is that handsome gentleman on the wall behind you?
That actually is my great grandfather, and so I was given this by my grandmother after she passed. His name is William Borland, so he's an interesting guy himself. Was involved in politics in the state of Michigan.
That is pretty incredible. So let me ask you, when did your love of history start? Was this something your family really celebrated, and so as growing up, it was just kind of a part of things, or what made you fall in love with history?
Yeah, it's always made me tick. And I remember my dad taking me to, I grew up in Indiana, but we did make treks out here to the East Coast. And I remember going to many Civil War battlefields and museums. But it's always something that stuck with me. From my earliest memories are in the second grade. I was fascinated by the Battle of Midway for some reason, which took place in 1942 in World War II. And so anyway, it's always stuck with me, always been a part of what made me tick. And I have my father to thank for that. But yeah, I guess I've taken it way more seriously than he ever anticipated.
Well, look, hey, like I say, if you can make a living off your love of something, you're not working ever at all. So we love that. The Bill of Rights Institute, check it out, get information. I don't know. Look, I haven't read the Declaration of Independence since I was doing tours and we'd go to Philadelphia and we would be talking about that a lot. I think it is something we should all refresh. That and the Constitution. I think it's so vital for us to understand, how our country was founded and all of this, that forethought that people put into it. And secondly, to understand what our rights are as citizens. I think it's so important, because I think when you know that, you may have a differing opinion about some of the things happening in our country and how our founding fathers kind of set aside certain things for us. So I think it's really vital. And if you can bring it into your schools, or if you have independent schools or private schools as well, utilize the resources these guys have taken a lot of time to put together. We really appreciate you joining us today, and we're certainly going to have you back leading up to the 250.
I'll look forward to it.
Thank you so much, Kirk.
Thank you.
Really cool. Great free resource for you. Bill of Rights Institute.org. All right, one more quick break. Then we're back with Deb Gartner from J&B Real Estate. And we have your secret stash video clue for today. That comes up right after this. Experience an unforgettable vacation at the Salty Seahorse on the 4x4 beach in Corolla, North Carolina. Enjoy the pool, relax in the hot tub, fish, and kayak right off the private dock. The Salty Seahorse will be your forever vacation home. Go to thesaltyseahorse2201.com.
Hi, I'm Devin, your friendly neighborhood shower door expert. Upgrade your bathroom with a beautiful glass shower door, custom fit to accent your space and make getting into your shower one of the highlights of your day. Come see us at our brand new showroom in Frederick, Maryland, or online at showerdoorexperts.com.
A&S Construction is a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they're right here in Frederick, servicing Frederick County and surrounding areas. A&S Construction specialize in roofing and siding. They can also take care of your windows and gutters and even build you a new patio or deck. All you have to do is call Sandra, 301-703-2157, or send an email, info@ansconstruction.net. Remember, you get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. Just tell Sandra you saw her on Good Morning Frederick. Want to congratulate her for being nominated for a SAS Award. Another year, more awards. We love that so much. All right, let me see. Oh, I didn't put this one up. Let's go ahead and get this going. We are going to introduce you to Deb Gartner. She has a program called Bricks for Bravery. She's going to tell us all about it. I was fascinated chatting with her and learning all about what she does for J&B Real Estate and how she is doing good for our neighborhood. Here she is.
I'm at J&B Real Estate, 142 Walkers Village Way in Walkersville. This is the third office for J&B?
We are the second office
You're
of
the second
three.
of the three.
Yes.
There's 3 offices now in Frederick County, which is pretty cool.
It is. We're growing quickly.
Yeah, and I'm with Deb, and she is an associate broker. Did I get that right?
That is right.
Explain to me what a broker means.
The broker is, in our case, Cindy is the owner of, operator of J&B. And as the broker, she oversees everything.
Okay.
Ultimately, everything, responsibility, it's kind of an umbrella, right?
Right.
And so,
the buck stops with her.
The buck stops with her. It does. It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so as an associate broker, what is your day-to-day role?
So, as an associate broker, I did some extra schooling to achieve that, and then passed a pretty tough test.
Okay,
that
so
we
you
take.
got your real estate license.
I got my real estate license,
and then you had to do additional stuff
I
to become a
did.
broker.
I did.
What are the things that you can do that a real estate agent can't do?
There really isn't any difference. There really isn't.
Okay,
So the only thing, being an associate broker, I had to take the same class that Cindy did.
okay,
Right. I could wake up tomorrow, and I'm not going to do this, but I could wake up tomorrow and say, I want to have Deb Gartner Real Estate.
Okay,
And there's only 2 things that I would need to do because I have all of the classes and the license.
okay,
I would need to change my license. I would need to set up a place for earnest money deposits to go.
yeah.
that stuff. But myself and our office manager, who also is an associate broker now, we've got that same level of education behind us, which is what it's about, right?
Yeah.
Because the better educated we are, the better we're going to help our clients.
Yeah. How long have you been in real estate?
So I have been in real estate this April. I celebrated my 10th anniversary.
Okay, congratulations.
Thanks.
What were you doing before that?
I was a firefighter in Montgomery County for
No
20 years.
way.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow. Which one was more challenging? No, I'm kidding.
You know what? They both have their
I know,
levels
yeah.
of,
Ups and
but I
downs.
sleep all night now.
Yeah,
so.
yes. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's crazy. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what made you, was it just time? How long were you a firefighter?
I was in Montgomery County for 20 years.
Wow. Oh, you don't look old enough to have done that for 20 and this for 10. So good job on that. What is it that you love about real estate?
I love working with all the different people. I like working with buyers as well as sellers, but I particularly like those first-time buyers, right? They have an extra level of excitement when they find their house.
They haven't been tainted by owning a home.
They haven't. Sometimes
in the best
their wish
way,
list,
but
sometimes the wish list is a little bigger than the purse, but we reel that in pretty quick. And I won't take anybody out without being pre-qualified for what we're looking at.
Sure.
Right? Because that's not fair to them.
No.
To have them
It
fall in
reminds me
love
like those
with
house
something.
hunters.
Yeah.
I got
don't
a
want
budget
them,
of $350,000, but I'm looking at a $1.2 million house.
Yeah.
That's,
I'm
not fun for anybody.
I can't have somebody fall in love with something that we can't make happen.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
That's smart. That's smart to do too. Right now with the real estate market in Frederick County, it's kind of crazy. So what are your kind of tips for someone looking to buy right now when it's just hard to find a property?
It is. The inventories are still low, and it's still challenging. A lot of times, even though things are lasting on the market a little bit longer, they're still getting multiple offers at the end of the day, right? It's been sitting there for a few days and they go see it and they're like, oh, it's been here a few days.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
And, that day, 3 other offers come in with it. So it's still challenging. So, the biggest thing is to work with a local lender, have that pre-qualification or pre-approval already in hand before you go looking. Stick to your budget.
Yes.
Right? Stick to your budget. Be realistic with that budget.
Yeah.
And work with an agent that knows how to get creative with what you have available, right? Because sometimes we can't offer a higher price because then we have to worry about appraisals and appraisal
Cash money
waivers and stuff
Yep.
like that. So sometimes we can do some other stuff to be creative with our offer writing to still net the seller the best possible outcome.
Now, do you live in Frederick County?
I do. I grew up in Urbana. We graduated from Frederick High School.
Okay.
And there was no Urbana High School back then.
Yeah.
And then I've lived from Urbana all the way up to Emmitsburg.
Okay.
And now I'm in Mount Airy, in the Frederick County side of Mount Airy.
Gotcha. What, being around Frederick County, what do you love about Frederick County?
I just think I love all of our small towns. I love all the small towns. I lived in Lewistown, which it doesn't have its own post office, so it doesn't.
I know, but I know I have friends in
it's like
Lewistown.
Mayberry North, right?
Yeah.
No offense to anybody in Lewistown, I loved it there. Thurmont and Emmitsburg, both great small towns with great things to, and even in Mount Airy, right? Even though it's a larger town, perhaps that lies in 4 counties, like there's just a level of niceness there, and hometown-ish.
Yeah. I think that is throughout Frederick County too. I just love it.
Yeah.
I love the
And
people.
you come into the city and, you've got all that wonderful city stuff and Carroll Creek and everything that's popped up along it.
I know.
So it's great.
Yeah. For sellers right now, what is your advice to them if they're getting ready to put something on the market?
For sellers, declutter it, neutralize it, put a fresh coat of paint on it. You'd be amazed what a gallon of paint will do in a room.
Yeah.
Curb appeal, you only get one chance for a first opinion.
Yeah.
Right. So make it count.
Yeah.
And again, strategically price it. don't overprice it. That's the biggest mistake that a seller can do.
Yeah.
Is don't come up with I can recommend a range that we should list your house at, but if you've got some emotional connection to it, deep emotional connection, and you think it's worth more, right? I mean,
you're going to have a struggle. Somebody's going to be disappointed.
The market is going to tell you what your home is worth, because if you overprice it, it's just going to sit there.
Yeah, it is. It is for sure. And I think there's probably nothing worse. I mean, you're trying to find that balancing position, but there's nothing worse than seeing something just sit there and, get no movement at all.
Right.
So yeah, that's really great. So if people want to reach out to you to come to this office, how do they do that?
So they can find me pretty much anywhere by searching Deb Sells Frederick.
Okay,
right?
I like it.
I'm debsellsfrederick.com.
I love how everybody does their own little
My
thing.
Facebook is Deb Sells Frederick.
Okay.
At Deb Sells Frederick will get you to me.
Awesome.
Or you can find me at 240-575-1664.
And we'll make sure that all of that is on screen for you. Conveniently located in this shopping center right near Safeway in Walkersville.
Yeah.
Beautiful little space you guys have here. 2 thumbs up for Cindy for the decorating.
She did a good job.
And the choosing of all the little things in here. It looks staged, really. So I guess that's the best thing for real estate as well. And speaking of staging, what is your recommendation on that? So if somebody's moved and the house is empty, what is your recommendation there?
So if the house is empty, there's really 2 avenues that we can use for staging. Certainly the more expensive option is to bring in a stager, right? So that as you walk the house, you physically see each room. Some people do better with empty rooms because they have the ability to envision it, right? And so the other option that we have that you more often than not see is to virtually stage it, where our photographers are placing, beds in bedrooms and couches in living rooms.
I've seen that lately too. Yeah.
And we have to disclose that it's been virtually staged so that you don't walk into the house
and go, wait.
That
lamp. I really like that lamp in there. Or whatever.
So there's really a couple of options depending on the budget that the seller has to work with, and what we want to do there. So there's a couple of options for that.
Yeah. One good thing about you being a part of the community is giving back.
Yes.
As a former firefighter, I'm sure you appreciate any time you have the opportunity to extend something to somebody else in emergency services and things like that.
Yes.
Let's talk about Bricks for Bravery.
Yes.
Yes.
So I am on the Beth Oler team of J&B Real Estate, and we are community is big for us, right? I am a retired firefighter. Beth is a firefighter wife. Chad is a firefighter and dispatcher. So our team is made up of a lot of that.
Oh wow!
That niche.
Yeah.
And we like to cater to those folks and give back because they're the most deserving.
Sure.
And so for our military, police, fire, educators, and medical staff, we've collaborated with lenders that offer a credit. We offer a credit as well. In a reduced, they get a credit from our commission. We have title companies that discount their services.
Okay.
And home inspectors that discount their service as well.
And you just said you just celebrated your first closing.
We just had our first closing for she is a registered nurse.
Yeah.
And they're over $3,300.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is an amazing savings at closing, because I know sometimes you got to put up a chunk of change, and to have that $3,300 less for what you're giving back to our community is great. And it's how did you guys come up with this idea?
So Beth and I have always, she being a firefighter wife, me being retired firefighter, it's just something that we've always done independently.
Okay.
And
you kick back part of your commission.
So we just kind of put it all together and expanded a little more to be a little more inclusive of those that serve our community.
Yeah.
We want to give back to them.
Oh, that's wonderful. So if somebody is from any of those departments, military, firefighter, police, educator, and medical, they can come to you
Yep.
and get extended all of those special offers.
That is correct.
That is wonderful. We appreciate that so much for you to give back to our community.
We appreciate them.
Yeah. Well, one of the best things is to work with somebody who's been in the business a while and knows the area very well. And Deb can take care of you with that. DebSellsFrederick.com plus all the socials. Thank you so much. Appreciate
you.
it.
Oh, want to thank Deb for that. Very interesting. And what a great program for all those first responders and military personnel and all of that. That's wonderful. All right, I know you're waiting for the clue, and I'm looking for it actually right now. Here we go. All right, here's your secret stash clue for today. Nice and tight on that one, but there is a giveaway in that background, I can tell you right now. You're going to want to head on out and grab that envelope. The secret stash clue for July 3rd is waiting for you to grab it. If you know where this is, head on over there right now. All right, we will have a show for you tomorrow. I'm going to have some content because I got secret stash for tomorrow as well. I'll have for you. But we've got some great interviews. So if you're off in the morning, be sure to jump on, tell your friends, please share the stream. It helps all of our nonprofits and people doing great things in and around Frederick. Help makes Frederick stronger by sharing, liking, and commenting for sure. All right. Thank you guys so much. If I don't see you tomorrow, have a wonderful 4th of July weekend celebrating our independence, our 249th birthday of this country. But if you're out and about in Baker Park, I hope you stop by and see me. All right. Let's get out there. Let's be great.